guest of honor, the Honorable Senator Lorraine Ngumalo, founder and president of Meridi Izibuko Serenity Foundation, Dudu Mary Dube, the Board of Directors Chairperson, Mr. Nkamiso Tembe, the International Governing Council Representative, Mrs. Welile Kunene, the Board of Directors Representative, Mrs. Refilwe Alpane Ferreira, distinguished guests, fellow advocates for sustainable development, the private sector, and citizens of Eswatini. I wish to thank the leadership of Meridi Zibuko Serenity Foundation for collaborating with my organization, the NGO Whisperer Center for Social Impact, to sponsor and co-host this third edition of Meridi prestigious Community Lifetime Awards and fundraising gala dinner in Happy Valley Hotel, Ezulwini in Eswatini. My keynote is titled, Every Action Counts Towards Achieving the Sustainable Development Goals by 2030 in Eswatini. It is aligned with the theme of the NGO Whisperer Global Summit 2024 that we just concluded in November 2024. Today, we stand at a critical juncture in Eswatini's journey towards a more sustainable and equitable future. As we approach the 2030 deadline for the Sustainable Development Goals, it is imperative that we recognize a fundamental truth. Every action counts. Every one of us, regardless of our role in society, has the power to contribute to the realization of these global objectives right here in Eswatini. Achieving the Sustainable Development Goals is our collective effort. The government of Eswatini has shown commendable leadership in aligning national policies with the SDGs. The National Development Plan 2023-2024 to 2027-2028 demonstrates a clear commitment to sustainable development. However, the government cannot achieve these goals alone. The private sector in Eswatini has begun to recognize that sustainable practices are not just good for the planet, but also for business. Companies like the Royal Swazi Sugar Corporation have implemented water conservation techniques contributing to Sustainable Development Goal 6, which stands for clean water and sanitation, while improving their operational efficiency. Non-profits such as Young Heroes Eswatini have been instrumental in supporting orphaned and vulnerable children, directly addressing Sustainable Development Goal number 1 on no poverty and Sustainable Development Goal number 3 on good health and well-being. Their work exemplifies how targeted interventions can create ripple effects across multiple SDGs. A shining example of the nonprofit sector's impact is the organization that has brought us here today, Meridi Zibuko Serenity Foundation. Founded and operating both in South Africa and Eswatini, this organization has been at the forefront of uplifting women and girls out of vulnerability and poverty while also nurturing the boy child. Their work directly aligns with several sustainable development goals, particularly goal number 5 on gender equality and goal number 1 on no poverty. Meridi Izibuko Serenity Foundation's initiatives have made significant strides in empowering women and girls in Eswatini. For instance, their skills development programs have equipped young women with the tools they need to start and manage their own businesses, contributing to Sustainable Development Goal number 8 on decent work and economic growth. By focusing on education and economic empowerment, Meridi Zibuko Serenity Foundation is breaking cycles of poverty and creating lasting change in communities across Eswatini. The Foundation's holistic approach to development has led to partnerships with organizations such as ours here in the UK and with local organizations and local schools, healthcare providers, and other NGOs, amplifying their impact and creating a network of support for vulnerable populations. These collaborations exemplify the power of partnerships in achieving the Sustainable Development Goals as highlighted in goal number 17, which speaks of partnerships for the goals. Citizen engagement is another way in which we can contribute to achieving the Sustainable Development Goals. The power of individual actions cannot be overstated. From rural communities practicing sustainable agriculture to urban youth leading climate action campaigns, Eswatini citizens are proving that grassroots movements can drive significant change. What then are challenges that we are facing right now, and what is the path forward? Despite this progress, we face significant challenges, and there are three that I would like to highlight. Number one is resource limitations. We must innovate to do more with less and leverage on technology and efficient practices, including artificial intelligence. Secondly, policy gaps. Continued effort is needed to align all sectors of governance with SDGs principles. And thirdly, public awareness. We must intensify efforts to educate all citizens across the SDGs and their role in achieving them. Ladies and gentlemen, there is power in collaboration. The SDGs are interconnected, and so must be our approach. The recent formation of the Eswatini SDG Forum, bringing together government, business, and civil society, is a step in the right direction. This platform for dialogue and action must be nurtured and expanded. The success of organizations such as Meridi Zibuko Serenity Foundation and others that we have mentioned in forming partnerships across sectors demonstrates the potential for collaborative efforts. By combining resources, expertise, and reach, we can amplify our impact and accelerate progress towards the SDGs. We have individual responsibility as well. Every Liswati has a part to play. Consumers can make sustainable choices in their purchases. Students, for example, can engage in community service to align with the SDGs. Professionals like you and I can volunteer their skills to support SDG-related projects. And farmers can adopt climate-smart agricultural practices. Those are just examples of how individuals can contribute and play a part in achieving SDGs. Remember, no action is too small. A student who starts a recycling program at the school is contributing to SDG number 12 on responsible consumption and production. A business that implements gender equal pay is advancing SDG number 5 on gender equality. And an individual who supports Meridi Izibuko Serenity Foundation program is contributing to multiple SDGs simultaneously. Ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, as we look towards 2030, let us be inspired by the progress we have made and energized by the challenges that remain. The SDGs are not just global goals. They are Eswatini's goals. They represent our shared vision for a prosperous, equitable, and sustainable kingdom. The work of organizations like the Meridi Izibuko Serenity Foundation shows us that local action can have a profound impact on global goals. Their success is empowering women and girls, reducing poverty, and fostering partnerships, serves as a beacon of hope and a model for future initiatives. In Eswatini, every action counts, every citizen matters, and together we can achieve the future we want. Thank you.